Welcome back to another video, and in today's video we have our Royal Rumble 2026 predictions. And yeah, it's obviously a huge night in the WWE Universe. Two matches that are going to be set up world title matches at WrestleMania, as well as another world championship match between Drew McIntyre and Sami Zayn. Our career on the line match where AJ Styles goes against Gunther, and yeah, could be the end of AJ Styles. Kick it off with the Women's Royal Rumble, starting with a big one. Let's start with the easy question. Who do you think will win the Royal Rumble?
Yeah, this is, you say it's easy, but it's pretty much very, very much hard. There's going to be surprises in here. I assume there will be NXT people, there will be TNA people, there will be main roster people, potentially people from AAA. But so, yeah, this is a very hard one to predict, but I think I will end up going with the one that we put in our previous video, Liv Morgan.
Yeah, obviously Liv Morgan is definitely a good pick. I think, however, I'm going to bet on a returning Bianca Belair to come in and get the big win here. Yeah, I feel like either one is a good candidate. Obviously, Bianca Belair coming off the back of an injury, now hoping for a big year, potentially setting up a match with her and Jade Cargill at WrestleMania, I think is a good match. Or Liv Morgan finally getting her Rumble win going into Mania now, I think should be a good match for her. But yeah, who do you think, though, will be the longest tenured person in the match in terms of time?
Definitely a hard one to pick. Obviously, it was Roxanne Perez last year. I think this year might be a good year for a Jordynne Grace or a Lyra Valkyria, though. I think that's two people who Jordynne Grace is brand new to the roster, so she could use something big, like a lot of a momentum gaining kind of thing. And then Lyra Valkyria is something to kind of reintroduce her to the main roster, to the main event scene, something to give her some momentum as well, because she kind of been stuck in the tag team division with Bayley. I don't really know what's going on with her. They haven't really been using her or Bayley. So yeah, that hopefully this would be something that would kind of elevate her a little bit.
Yeah, I really like both options. I think both women, like you said, are deserving of a moment like that. We've seen that for Roxanne Perez. Obviously, I'm sure that was not the only thing that showed WWE that she is going to be one of the next top women in the division, but it's something to say, hey, at least I can go for an hour, stay consistent. And yeah, I like those two picks. And who do you think will be the final four for the women?
If I had to guess, you have to put Rhea Ripley in there. I would say Liv Morgan, since she's my winner. I would say Bianca Belair, and then maybe like a Lash Legend.
Yeah, I like that. I think pretty much agree with all that. I think Liv Morgan and Bianca are probably going to be the two I would agree with as well. I think Rhea is kind of shoving just to have a big name there as well. Obviously, Bianca and Liv are also big names, but Rhea's on a different level. And I like the pick of Lash Legend, kind of the younger person, new to the roster still, getting her a big moment. So I like those picks. But yeah, let's go into our next match, which will be AJ Styles putting his career on the line versus Gunther. Gunther potentially claiming a third name to the people who will be retiring. And yeah, who do you think walks out on top?
Yeah, I think this will be just an insane pay-per-view when you really think about it, because we're going to have two Royal Rumble matches where this kind of very exciting matches, kind of energy draining matches from the crowd and from the viewers watching at home. Then you're going to go into an AJ Styles kind of match where you're going to have a lot of adrenaline going into it, because you're going to be like, okay, is he going to retire? Oh my God, Gunther's going to win. AJ's going to win. He's going to retire. Oh my God, he lost. And then there's also a world title match with someone who's beloved in Sami Zayn, but then also someone who's beloved in Drew McIntyre, who just won his title. So it's almost like a weird kind of thing between them, where it's like, I want Sami to win because I want him to win, but Drew just won it, so I also want him to retain. So this whole night is just going to be crazy. But going back to the AJ Styles and Gunther match, I'm going to go with Gunther. I do think this will be the end of AJ Styles. I do hope that it's not. I hope AJ Styles does win so we can continue this and we can get more matches between him and Javon Evans and the Leon Slater match and all these other matches that I do want to see from AJ before it's over. But I am going to pick Gunther to finish it.
Yeah, I do think Gunther will also get the big win here. Another thing that just feels weird is if you're gonna not have if Gunther does lose here and AJ does continue his career in WWE here, I don't know who else would be the person to retire at AJ Styles. Obviously, it could be like somebody like Finn Balor or Shinsuke, somebody he has history with, but I feel like Gunther is just a great option. He's somebody who is dominant enough to make it believable. He's also somebody who's on the up and coming, still fairly young, who has a lot of years left ahead of him, and he's obviously just one of the best guys in the business still. So, yeah, it's going to be a very hard match for AJ to walk out on top. Hopefully he does get the job done, and I do want more time of him in WWE, especially at a higher level than he is right now. But yeah, it's going to be very interesting what the result will be. I'm sure it'll be a very shocking night. But next up, let's go to that World Championship match for the undisputed WWE Champion between Drew McIntyre and Sami Zayn after his win at Saturday's main event in a Fatal 4-Way.
Yeah, this is a match where I think I was more excited a few days ago for, but once I kind of actually sat down and thought about kind of the things surrounding the match, I do kind of think there's a 0% chance that Sami Zayn wins this match. And I know you might be thinking, why would you say that? It's definitely not the case, but I do sort of have a reasoning. Now, obviously, they are in Saudi, so that's kind of a big reason why people think Sami Zayn will win, but also a bigger moment will be Saudi next year at WrestleMania. So why would you do it now when you could just have a bigger moment next year at WrestleMania, potentially have a Kevin Owens involved and have other people involved, create a bigger story going into it, whereas this one just doesn't really have a story going into it at all, really, besides a slap from Sami Zayn, essentially. With all that being said, I am going to go with Drew McIntyre to retain his title, and hopefully we'll see Sami Zayn reach that world title next year at WrestleMania.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Drew as well. I do agree that it does feel a little bit too early for Drew's run to end, and that's kind of more so my reasoning for Drew winning this match. Is just it feels too early. We already have this build with Cody and Jacob kind of on the side that's going on with the Sami stuff, which has kind of been more of his focus as well. So that kind of gives you another hint that Sami Zayn won't be the one to win it, because then at that point, what do you do for those three guys, especially going into Mania season, where, you know, we're probably going to have some type of title if we're going to do a triple threat between these three. But yeah, I don't feel too confident in Sami Zayn. I do hope he eventually wins the world champion. I don't think it will be that night on the Royal Rumble. But yeah, I think Drew comes out on top, and we'll see him going into WrestleMania as your world champion.
Yeah.
But next up, the big one, the Men's Royal Rumble. Obviously, another World Championship opportunity at WrestleMania. I'll start off with the question I started off with earlier. Who do you think will be the winner of the Men's Royal Rumble?
Yeah, this one might be even harder to pick from than the women's one, because this is a very stacked one. We do have people like Cody Rhodes, Gunther, Jey Uso, Penta, Roman Reigns, Jacob Fatu, Braun Breaker, Logan Paul, Javon Evans, Obafemi, plus all the surprises that we'll get on the night, all the big names who hasn't kind of entered their name in. Finn Balor mentioned that he was trying to put his name in, but it was already filled, so that leads me to believe that he probably will find a way to get in some way, somehow, whatever that may be. But with that being said, the final four I'm going to go with is Roman Reigns, Braun Breaker, Obafemi, and Powerhouse Hobbs making his debut and going all the way to the final four.
Yeah, I like that. The guy I think I will go with to win the Rumble, and I guess as well to be in the Final Four, is going to be Obafemi now. It's something tells me that they might just go for a big surprise. Obviously, last year was a huge surprise with Jey Uso winning, but I think you go with a better surprise this time around. Somebody that the fans actually want to see kind of in the main event picture going for a world title. And yeah, I think Obafemi's a great pick. He's young. He's somebody who you have so much time to do so much stuff with. Obviously, that is another reason to not save for him to win the Rumble this year, just because, like I said, he does have a lot of time ahead of him. But I think it's very surprising. It's very cool for him. He's somebody who's just about to debut. This will be his debut night. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting. For the Final Four, I think this is going to be one of the toughest ones you can go with. Cody Rhodes is somebody who I do expect to be in that Final Four, just because if he is going to be in this Royal Rumble, he's going to be somebody who's going to be either at number 30 again, or somebody who starts at number 1 and goes all the way to the end. But yeah, it's going to be a very interesting night. Roman Reigns being there, I think, adds a little bit of spice to things. We'll see how he kind of figures his way into WrestleMania now. And I think that's the biggest thing as well, as this kind of tells you who guys are going to go against going into Mania. And yeah, should be a very interesting night. Another question I asked as well is, who do you think will be some of the big surprises on the night?
I mean, obviously, I just mentioned Powerhouse Hobbs. There's big rumors around Chris Jericho. Obviously, I did have Braun Breaker winning, so that would lead me to believe that you're going to want something for him leading up to WrestleMania, which right now there's nothing really set in stone. You obviously kind of tease the CM Punk route, so you could go with that. But I kind of think that there could be someone new on the horizon for him to go against at WrestleMania. I just don't quite know who that might be.
Yeah, another guy that we definitely could see show up as well is a Seth Rollins. He's somebody that the rumors could be of him showing up as early as Royal Rumble, but he also is somebody who can miss up until WrestleMania. So we'll see how that plays out for him. Hopefully he is back. I hope he is fit into WrestleMania after having a very long 2025. You would hope to kind of pay it off again in the 2026 WrestleMania. But yeah, it should be a very interesting night. WrestleMania right on the horizon now. And yeah, the official road to that show starts here at Royal Rumble. And yeah, what match do you think will have the biggest moments? Obviously, the Royal Rumble is a very cheap one, but what do you think will be the best?
Yeah, I'm going to just go with the AJ Styles and Gunther match. There'll be a lot of emotion in that match. Then, yeah, I think a lot of people are probably leaning more towards the side of AJ retiring at the Royal Rumble.
Yeah. But that will do it from us for our Royal Rumble predictions. Let us know down in the comments who you think will win the Royal Rumbles, and do you think AJ Styles will continue to stay in WWE, winning the match versus Gunther. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you haven't already, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and we will see you guys in the next one.
And don't forget to catch us live on Twitch for the Royal Rumble. We will be doing a live stream, so catch us on there. We'll have a link down below for you to follow. And yeah, we'll catch you guys in the next one.